All right. Sitting here with Billy Cuppy. Billy Cuppy, welcome to the internet.
Thank you.
All right. Why
It's good to be here.
Why don't you tell everybody in the world how to get in touch with you?
So it's Choice Enrollment, Billy at choiceenrollment.com, 719-481-1616.
Awesome. So, Billy, why don't you tell me a little bit about Choice Enrollment?
So we are an independent broker in Colorado Springs. I have been doing this since 2018 was my first open enrollment, and then I've been a Medicare agent since 2022.
Okay. So, I can't be the only one who gets confused about this. Medicare, Medicaid, what's the difference, and how do you keep them separate?
Medicare is generally based on age. That's the one that once you hit 65, you automatically should be on it. Medicaid is the one that's based on income, and there are special circumstances for both, which is why you need to talk to a broker.
That sounds awesome. You only handle...
So Medicaid doesn't work with brokers, but I can help people understand if they should be eligible for it and usually give them a better way to get a hold of them.
Okay, use another buzzword I know a lot of people have questions about, broker. Tell me about, I know what a broker is, but not everybody on the internet does. And what's the advantage of using a broker?
Big difference between a broker and an agent. A broker works with everybody, and we don't really care who you sign up for. We just want you to be happy. We work for you. An agent usually works for a United Healthcare a name company. They only offer them, and they're going to try and convince you that what they offer is the best thing ever, regardless of whether it's the best for you. I will tell you who is actually the best for you, because I want you to tell everybody you know that, hey, this guy will help you pick what's best for you, regardless of who that is.
That makes sense. So, what do you wish more people knew about, I guess, the industry of insurance?
Health insurance is just, nobody understands it. Most people have worked for a job that just, hey, these are your 3 plans. And within those, unless you have high medical needs, you pick whatever the cheapest one is. You hate it. You feel like it doesn't pay for anything. You don't understand why it doesn't pay for anything. But unless you have thousands of dollars in medical bills, it's not worth your fight. You just send them your money and hope they go away. I will help you understand the plan that you picked based on your needs. I will help you understand what you're going to be expected to pay for before the insurance company kicks in. Like, in a perfect world, we'd pay our monthly fee. They would cover 100% of everything. That is not how it works. I wish people understood how insurance worked in general, as far as risk pools, and the more people that sign up for a plan, the less everybody pays, because everybody's taking care of each other. But yeah, there's definitely different plans. There are people that should pay more per month to have a plan with a lower deductible and co-pays for certain services. There are people that should absolutely be paying the least amount per month because they only want a plan that's going to be bankruptcy protection if somebody runs that red light and the ambulance takes them to the nearest ER. And I can help you figure out what you need and which plan is best for you.
That sounds good. So, you hear a lot of things about some of the non-traditional insurances that are out there, some of the public shares and things of that nature, where people are getting away from the big box, traditionally traded companies into these family share plans. What experience do you have with stuff like that?
I don't recommend them at all. If a plan through a actual health insurance company that is governed by the state division of insurance is $800 a month for you and that's too expensive, and one of these guys come in and say, we're $350, don't do it. Take that $350, put it in a savings account so you at least have something for when you need it. There is not one person in the history of ever that has paid them less than what they've received for one of those plans. Like, they will pay your $30 primary visit if you're paying them $350 a month. You have a $400,000 brain tumor removed. That's not something we cover. And it's in their fine print. We're not insurance. We should never be confused for insurance. And if we decide not to pay you or reimburse you, there's nothing you can do because we're not insurance. So I can technically sell those. I will make 10 times the commission, and I still refuse to because I have to sleep at night. So
you actually kind of are crazy passionate about this industry. I doubt when you were 12 years old growing up, wanting to be an insurance broker was not at the top of the list. But what's the path that brought you here?
So I've always been in some sort of sales. I actually started out mostly retail, furniture, mattresses, things like that. Too much of that is cutthroat. Too much of that tends to get percentage driven. You tend to push people in a direction that's more beneficial for you and not them. I kind of fell into this. I started out as extra help for the 2018 open enrollment. There's the sales and education aspect of it, but I get paid the same no matter who or what somebody picks. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if your policy is $1 a month or $1,000 a month from my side. Like I'd rather you have the $1 a month one because I know how it is. But yeah, it's education. I don't have to cold call people. I don't have to hard sell anyone. And I don't have to charge anything. If you go through this entire process on your own on the website and try and make sense out of summaries of benefits and networks and all that, you will pay the exact same price as if you call me and say, hey, this is what I want. This is the doctors I want to have in network. This is how much money I plan on making this year. What am I looking at? And let me do all the work. Same exact price. So I don't know. I love it. I get to help people. They don't have to pay me. And I feel like most people need my help, because nobody understands health insurance.
That makes sense. So what is your recommendation? How'd that turn off? What's your recommendation for the person who has a set of doctors that they just absolutely love, but they're out of network and they feel like it's them against the world?
I mean, unless you have 8 doctors that are deal breakers, I can find you something that will cover the majority of them. And then at that point, hey, if you really love that guy and he's worth paying an extra $200 a month to go see, that is your decision to make. There's also insurance companies are businesses, networks are contracts. I mean, I could tell you in January that, yeah, that doctor's a network, and by March 1st, they restructured their contract and they switched from UC Health to Optum. Or they got bought out by somebody, or that doctor retired and you don't like their PA that took over. You never know. But I'm always there to at least try and help you figure it out so you understand what you're getting into. There's really, sometimes it comes down to, is that doctor worth paying an extra $2,000 a year?
Makes sense. You're in an industry where you can be essentially saving people from bankruptcy and stuff. Do you have any stories that have kind of hung with you, that when you wake up on that morning and you don't want to go in and you're like, I did this for this person, this is why I do it?
I mean, not necessarily me. I know a lot of people have whatever they want to say about Obamacare. It's the Affordable Care Act, which technically started with Reagan. I don't care what side you're on. This goes back to health insurance companies have a profit cap. They're no longer allowed to deny you or kick you off or just simply not cover something because it costs them too much or it's a pre-existing condition. So I have clients that wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for the Affordable Care Act. I have clients that I get to help figure out every year, what's the best plan for them, what's the monthly premium times 12 plus that out-of-pocket maximum, because they know they're going to hit that max by the end of February because they're in the middle of, chemo 4 times a week and things like that. So no, it's tough. And one of the worst things is when somebody calls me and I got, send me the death certificate. There's both sides of this type of thing. And some people, you talk to them on their absolute worst day and just try and help them understand that, there's people there to hopefully take care of this. And then if they don't, I will send emails and help them fight with the DOI. And I'm always on my client side.
That's awesome. Well, we've got a room of people here. We got about 2 minutes left. Do we have any audience questions? You guys get a chance to ask some questions to a really tough industry with an expert in the field. What do we got from?
Who's your target customer?
Anybody who does not have. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. If you have coverage available through an employer, usually I'm not going to be able to beat that price because then you're not eligible for a discount based on your income. But no, really, anybody who has questions about health insurance. Your kid just turned 26 and aged off, and their job, they're a waiter and they're finishing up school and their job doesn't offer any coverage. Give me a call. If you're aging off of your plan and you decide to retire and Cobra's $1,800 a month, give me a call. If you're still working and you have a great employer plan, but you're turning 65 and you don't know if you have to take Medicare and if you're able to get away with keeping things without a late enrollment penalty or what your best option is, give me a call. Like I am always, they don't pay me enough to not make sure you're going in the right direction.
Do you generally work with individuals, small businesses, anything like that?
Mostly individuals. We have a couple of people in the office that can do group plans. There's a new one that's the more of the reimbursement arrangement that can be better for small businesses.
Oh, real quick, retired military. What supplements would you recommend TRICARE?
If you have TRICARE, that is what you want to stay with.
I'm not ditching it.
No, TRICARE is that's nothing. TRICARE is what you want to have.
You go.
Tell anybody still that can get on TRICARE to do what they can to get on TRICARE.
All right, the two of you got to collaborate on a question.
What about like accidental death dismemberment? If I'm traveling out of the country.
Out of country, I can do good plans. In country, the AD&D and a lot of the other what are they called? The critical illness ones. I feel like they have too much. Like you have one drink and go snowboarding and break your leg, you were drunk, and so they're not going to cover it. So most of those, I don't feel like it. But if you're leaving the country, absolutely, I have great plans.
Awesome. All right, before we shut you off from the world, let everybody know how to get in touch with you one more time in case they made it all the way to the end and forgot.
Billy Cuppy with Choice Enrollment. Billy at choiceenrollment.com, 719-481-1616.
Thank you much, sir.
Thank you.
Snowboarding so